Hey everyone, it's time for Off the Ledge. It's Tuesday. It's August 5th. I had to really look. Okay. It's August 5th. I'm getting to it a little bit late, but it's better late than never. And I know for some of you who are in a different time zone, it's probably fine. It's like 9:30 in the morning. But anyway, welcome. I want to caution you against filling your mind up too much with how bad things are and how bad they're going to be. Because the more you fill your mind up with that, the less at peace you are and the less powerful you are energetically. So if only for that, like you need to be a strong energetic presence in order to make an impact on the collective energetic presence. So we know there are a lot of things that we could point to in this country and say, look, we're a dictatorship. Of course, there are a lot of things that we could point to and say, look, they've won. They're the authoritarians. They've taken over our country. We know there are a lot of things that we can look at presently and come to that conclusion. What I want to caution you about, all of us about, is do we really want to be in a place where we've decided that? And cautioning all of us against that. This is not denial. This is intentional redirecting of our thoughts and our intentions. And one thing that I really feel certain about is that in America, we've lost our moral compass. And a lot of that is due to the fact, and it is factual, that we became a me society. And this has been going on for generations now, where the focus has been on the individual. And Pluto in Aquarius points us in the direction of we as a collective, as individuals, as part of a collective. E pluribus unum means from out of many, one. So what this country was founded on was the awareness, really, that what one does affects the whole. That is a law of metaphysics. It's a law of energy. So I'm kind of going on about this because I know it's getting really it's getting bad and it's getting scary, and we are in a time of great change. And nobody can point to any part of human history where great monumental shifts in the collective were not preceded by a time of great tumult. How long that tumult will last is largely up to what we do about it and what we decide to. So let's just keep that in mind. I'm going to go to Ernest Holmes, who lived during World War I and World War II, just for perspective. Came out of it stronger. A lot of spiritual teachers it was kind of called the Theosophy movement of the early 1900s, came to be greater, stronger holders of the light because of all the conflict as a part of that. As if Ernest is listening to me from the grave. Here's our reading for August 5th. We exercise our God-given dominion. There is a God power at the center of your being, a presence that knows neither lack nor limitation, fear nor sickness, disquiet nor imperfection. But because you are an individual, it is possible for you to build a wall of negative thought between yourself and this perfection. The wall that keeps you from the greater good is built of mental blocks, cemented together by fear and unbelief, mixed in the mortar of negative experience. Now you are to tear down this wall to completely destroy it. The view that this wall obstructed is now seen in all its grandeur. The sun never really stopped shining, and the river of life forever flows. The experience of all people is an attempt to merge their own being with this eternal river, not to the loss of their identity, but to the discovery of that self that has never wholly left its heaven. Let's consider all the negativity, all the fear, all the attempts by the fascists to take us over. Let's consider that as creating a wall of fear, like a brick wall of fear, that's keeping us obstructed from the good, from seeing what is good. So it's up to us to break down that wall, to bust down that wall, to know. I've been talking about this a lot lately, how there's simultaneously with everything that's going on right now, there is a really strong high vibration energy on the planet. And we can live in both worlds in a certain way, but like Christ and many of the great teachers said, to be in the world but not of the world. So be in the world, be aware, be activist, do what needs to be done. But not of the world means you're relying on that power, the presence within and around us. So as time goes on, I mean, there are days that I just can't even believe that I thought I would do this gig with, being on YouTube for about, I don't know, a few years, and that it just keeps getting more and more intense. And what I'm seeing so clearly is that we're coming into a time where we need to set our moral compass in a place where spiritual teachings have real meaning. And spiritual awareness is so important. And when we become spiritually aware, we become very cognizant of that we need to love one another. Not romantic, this is just like to just care about one another. And to stand up and fight for one another. That's a fierce love. That's an intense love. And the things that cannot stand, the things that are just incomprehensibly horrible, that this fascist in the White House is planning to pardon, really gets us to a place where none of us can remain silent, or we become the monsters. So true. And that's not who we are. So we're not going to condone monsters. Okay, let's listen to Kathy Beale. Our astrology for today. It was fun to have her on the show last night. Check it out if you haven't already, under the lives.
This is Kathy Beale of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro Insight for August 5th, 2025. No matter what the calendar says, today feels like Monday. There's a push to deal with practical matters, to get things done, and trust me, later in the week, you'll be really glad if you got your base in order today. Do it while you can. And you'll probably have inspiration and motivation to do it as well. That's all for now. This is Kathy.
All right, so we're going from the moon being in Sagittarius to the moon being in Capricorn a little bit later today. We have a lot of work to do. But what's Kamala say? But we love hard work. And when we do hard work together, it's joyful. Bring the joy back. It didn't leave. Energy cannot be destroyed. It just changes form. I like to do the paintball, the white paintball exercise in my visualizations to just kind of blot people out that need to be blotted out. With white light. 3 cards for today. Thank you so much for being part of this community. We're small but powerful. I might make that my slogan. We have a small viewership, but we're powerful. I might do that. At Psychic Annette Dion. Small but powerful YouTubers. Nothingness we need to understand that on this blank slate of nothingness, we create our reality. Speaking of that, please go to the video, it's beneath this one, from yesterday, where we're sending light to the Texas Democrats for a sense of safety and protection. So please do that meditation. It's only like 5 minutes. I talk for a little while, but then the entirety of the meditation is about 5 minutes. So to manifest what we want to have happen, there's a healing happening in the midst of the schizophrenia. To not get too much into the schizophrenia, be very, very clear about what you stand for. Do you stand for love and compassion and activism? They go together. Then get out of this and be in healing mode. And the healing means visualizing what you want to see. I mean, I've been visualizing Kamala Harris to just lifting her up. She won the election. Kamala won the election. So visualize all that information coming out and the American people overthrowing this fascist regime. This is the United States of America. We are not a fascist nation. We're a good nation with good people. And this is an invasion. It's an invasion of reptilian, demonic, evil ones. And we have to oust them. And we are. Okay, so we'll see you later on. I'm going to come back with a pop-up, and today's Tuesday. We don't do anything on Tuesday nights in terms of live streams, but stay tuned. If you're a member, there's plenty to watch, plenty of presentations to watch that are available under the videos, set to members only. So check that out. And we'll see you soon, and thank you. Namaste. Thumbs up.